Okay, so the Q&A is going to be in English. So good evening, everybody. We are here with Simon The Pernolitz, the filmmaker of the film of today, Maquinas Infernales. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah. So it's the second time you come here. First time for a short movie, now for your first feature movie. So how did it look on a big screen?
It looked great. It looked great. It's very. That's what I say. It's very important when you make a movie to see it on big screen because it's you see much more the details you miss or the things you did well. It's like okay, you see everything, you hear everything, and so that's a good way to see your movie.
And also the response of the audience.
Exactly. And this movie is in French, English subtitles, so I know there is a lot of stuff in the dialogue that maybe you didn't understand, the audience didn't understand. Next time I try to make really an English one. That's why the short movie, Dead and Evil, is in English, because I don't want the audience to miss too much things of what's happening on screen.
Yeah, start with the beginning. The movie is in a factory, and I read that you had the idea of the film visiting the fabric of the father of a friend. You worked in a fabric and you visited the fabric, and then you get the idea. Can you explain a little bit the link between the visit of the fabric and then the horror movie?
Okay, it's very easy. In fact, I was doing the editing of the short movie that I present here like 3 years ago. The title of this short movie was Rabbit Zombie, and we were doing the editing, and I got this idea. Was mixing a lot of stuff because I'm a very big fan of Robert Rodriguez, so I was like putting normal things and then monsters and everything together, and this idea was it's happening in a French factory because all the horror code will not work the same because it's not the same character, so they won't react the same way. I like this idea, and I was talking about this, and the makeup artist told me my father has a factory, a small one, and his neighbor is the biggest factory. I say, yeah, let's go to see this. I see the place, and so I wrote the script, so it fits in it. That's the story.
Yeah, so it became an horror film, but still, I had the feeling that you have a social aspect in the film, because you have this duality between the boss and the employee, the poverty of people, also racism in a way. Why did you put that in the film, in a horror film?
That was, like I said, the idea was make an horror film, but in a different background. And I choose this background because me and my friend, we were talking about this also, because when you're working, you have all those problems. And so I found the idea, and nice to talk about something else than just monster coming to destroy our world. I like this idea also, but I like to mix those two things. And we're talking about factory, you're talking about maquinas, we're talking about machines trying to control self. So it's like it's a metaphor, So I choose this way because I really want this movie, because I knew that we're gonna shoot it with not all the budget that I need to shoot it the way I want. So I want to put little things like this. It's like putting poetry in it, if I may say so. And this was the idea, to have something more than just horror, and because I knew this kind of stuff could make the audience look for it and say, oh, it's different. And maybe the industry will say it's different, and they say, okay, we're gonna give you money and make the second part or whatever, make movie. That was the idea.
So the end, when it's written to be continued, you said to the audience that you would like to have more budget to do a second part. Is it right?
Yeah, I wish to. It's a great frustration for this movie, because we were very courageous to shoot this. We were shooting this on the summer, every weekend, because during the week we were working. We have like small budget, and we didn't make the end. So it was like after the shooting we were like so frustrated, and me I was the first one to be so frustrated. So, and I understand when the audience see the movie, it's like you're going to the movie, and boom, to be continued. And that's the point when you want to see what's happening. And I feel the same way. And I hope producer will feel the same way, saying, okay, that's not bad, and we can go further and further. But I really didn't want to wait until I had money and again to do the editing, and I always want to be creative, you know. When you have ambush or problems, you have to go further, you know, you have to continue. Okay, it's not finished, but I'm doing the editing, doing the mixing, and if I show the movie, something happened. That's it.
So if it's just a question of money, actually, have you already written the end of the story?
Yeah, there is a lot of possibilities. There is one first end, because the script was written to be like a feature film, like normal length. So the end is on paper, and we did at the Bud Film Festival, we did a performance to end the movie, and it was actually we make 10 minutes, but the end of the movie is just 20 minutes, and that was it. That was the end. We did it on stage. What I propose also is to make really a real second part, like another 15 minutes, because it could be something for the television, you know, longer stories, and every time you discover new things, because the character, they have something to hide, the bad guy, they have something to hide, the machine, we didn't know anything about this, but it's going on. And that's the idea. We can make 2 parts, we can make 3 films, we can a series for the television, so many stuff to do. And I wrote all those kind of solutions.
But you're talking about the budget and the festival film in Breda. Is it possible that you can have another collaboration with them for budget for the second part of the film? Did it work with them?
That could be an idea. That could be an idea. Why not? Well, I know that the festival, they have so many problems with their budget. I think the best will be to find a real production process to help me, because when I'm doing this kind of films, the budget is not the main thing. It's the thing that you are all alone. You're writing alone. You're managing your crew alone. So that's what I say. My example is Robert Rodriguez. But he's the best guy, because when he did MIH, he was all alone. And I understand why he chose to be all alone, because when you're all alone, you just have your own chief, you don't have to deal with other people. And when you deal with a crew, you have to be organized, you need the industry. I lose the idea I have.
Talking about the budget and
so what I prefer. Of course, every director, you ask the director, do you want the budget to make your film? Yes, of course I do. But I prefer to have the people with me, like the producer, to work on the script, to work everything. Because if I have all the money to finish it, it will be the same thing, you know, we're all alone, dealing all the stuff. That's it.
So you would like to work with a team more than alone?
Yeah, I would like to work with a good producer. That's what I wish. Someone who understands where I'm going and can tell me, okay, Simon, you're going this way, but it's not the good way, and explain, and because you make so many mistakes when you're alone, and after that, you see it on big screen, you say, okay, maybe I should have done this, something else, and it's too late now.
You talk a lot about mistakes you can only see on big screen. Is there something to change in the film that you watch today? Is there something you would like to change?
In fact, no, because I need to see what I've done. So I won't change anything, because I need to see. There's like some moments that we didn't believe in it when we were shooting, and after with the editing, with the music, you say, oh, that's great. And some stuff we believe a lot, and it's not working the way we want. So I like the movie the way it is, because it's a lot of work, and I'm very proud of this film. Very, very proud. And I won't change anything. No. I like my mistakes. Because I make this so I can grow. And the next step you've seen the Dead and Evil was made just after Maquinas Infernales, and you can see that it's another step.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Totally
it's
different.
more commercial in the story and the way to film it.
Yeah, try something else every time.
About the crew, the casting here, I see that there are at least 2 actors you worked with in Evil and Dead.
Yeah.
How do you choose your actors? You know them, you want to work with them again, or did you cast them?
I don't cast because I don't have time to cast. Generally, what I did is we create like a small company. The name is not the same now, but at the beginning we call ourselves Zero Budget Films, and the idea was to shoot. Okay, we don't have money, we shoot. We shoot in 1 day, we shoot in 3 hours. I made short movies to shoot in 3 hours. And so you test a lot of actors like this, and you get familiar with them, you see how they can play, what the energy they have, and after that you start writing some character that can connect with them, you know. You find, like in my movie, the hero, Romano, I know the actor very well, and it's almost him, but it's not him. So it's very good to work like with people you've been working on short film before, and to try to you write somehow for them, and that's what I did.
So you write the character more in thinking of an actor that the opposite.
Yeah.
For casting, it's more like okay, I have a character in my mind, and then I have to find the actor who can play it. And here it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. Also because, like I say, time and budget. You go straight to the point. You need someone. So who I'm going to take? Someone that I don't know and I never worked with him, or someone that I know and I worked with him before. So you know his energy. It's even, you know, the time of the day is good and the time is not, so it's very useful when you have to work very fast.